So let's. So getting input from the user. I think that for us right now, these four methods of the scanner class would be the most useful. For example, so let me kind of increase this, the size. So yes, we create new scanner. That's pretty straightforward. You don't have to name it SC, but a lot of documentation and myself, why invent a new name? Getting used to this particular name, use SC, because typically you don't create multiple scanners. You create just one scanner and start using it. So, recall that this is a reference variable to the actual object in memory, right? So this is the scanner. You know it's in memory. You get this little reference variable, which is pointing to it, and it allows you to talk to your object. The way you talk is that you use methods. So if you say sc next, it means give me the next string. Any string delimited by white space will be input. One important detail about this is that if you had string, like for instance, let me, I guess I can go to my project, and here, if I try to draw this, if I type some spaces, right, and I will use like underscore to say that some spaces were typed, and then I type something on the keyboard, and then there are more spaces. What's going to happen here is that if I say string str equals scanner dot next string, what happens here, as far as I can recall, and we can test it, is that the white space will be skipped. You aren't going to see this white space. Let's test it real quick. Let me do another prompt for the user and say enter text, right? And we will echo it back to the user saying you entered, right? You entered text str, right? But I will use like square brackets to show exactly what I am getting from the user, right? So use square brackets to group it. So let's run this real fast and say now, okay, so there's enter count 1, 2, 3, enter text. All right, so my text will be space, a lot of spaces, then hello, right, and more spaces. And then hitting enter, look what happened. All white spaces skipped and lost, intentionally lost, because what scanner does, the scanner says that, where was I? Right here, right? The scanner says, if you want to use next, I will discard white space for you. And this is a standard part for formatted input. We'll say, well, in the formatted input situation, we're expecting meaningful tokens of input to be separated by white space. And when I say white space, tabs, space character, new lines, carriage returns, there's also vertical tab and things like that. Anything that is typically printed as some formatting white space will be skipped intentionally by this particular method. And we will come back. This is a good place for us to stop, because we can then discuss next int and next double and next line in light of this idea that in the formatted input situation, all white space becomes a token delimiter and is instantly discarded for us. If this is not what you want, you will not be using the scanner. You will be using something else. Okay? But the scanner comes with this pre-built functionality, intentionally skipping white space. That's why we say we scan the input, so the scanner does some extra work for us. And finally, the next line will be giving us the entire line as is. But it also has some twists in it. So this is the topic we're going to come back to discuss on Tuesday, starting with this slide and moving on to the next presentation. Okay, so that's the plan. A question? Thursday, yes, Thursday. I misspoke. Thursday. All right.